Okay, I cooked a turkey the other day and I had a bunch of turkey left over, so I'm going to break that down. I'm going to make a turkey and leek pie. That's some of the turkey gravy that's going in as sauce in the pie. And these are some of my kitchen knives that I like to use. This is a folding kitchen knife, handy for picnics or bringing it to other people's houses or away on holidays. They're available from A.G. Russell. This is more a flexi knife, very flexible, good for filleting and boning. This is a Fallkniven F2Z. She's a laminated VG10, convex edge, also very good for boning and that kind of thing. This one here is a Shun Petty, which I was actually given as a present by one of the lads I sharpen knives for. Very handy knife, trimming and paring. And this is one of my main kitchen using knives. It's a Hattori, which is a clad damas steel. Again, very handy knife. I like the using the heel there, no bolster in the way. Great balance on it. So I'm going to show, this is one of my favourite recipes, so I'm going to show you how to prepare the leeks and make a pie. Okay, let's get down to cutting. Alright, we need to take off the heavy green tops off of the leeks, take off the tails, take off the coarse outside stuff. Then I like to split them almost to the base in halves. That way you'll be able to open them up and wash them out. There'll be bits of clay and stuff inside in the body of the rhubarb. Okay, so I'm going to do that to all of these. Okay, I'm doing quite a lot of leeks because I'm making enough for 2 people. Just on handling your knife, don't leave your knife like this on the edge of the board. You're bound to bounce into it and knock it down onto the floor. I like to leave it at the back of the board and keep the edge pointing away from yourself, so that way when you go to catch it, you're not going to go onto the edge and cut your fingers. Okay, the green part at the very end, you need to slice quite finely, keeping the fingies well out of the way. The white part is much more tender, so that can be left a bit chunkier, just to give it a bit of a change in texture to the leek. They're all going to be pretty much melted anyway. Anyway, this recipe is from Jamie Oliver. It's a chicken leek pie, or you can use turkey as I'm doing. He had it on his website for using up leftovers at Christmas time. So I will stick up the address if I can find it again online. I just adapted the recipe myself and saved it on my computer. And I find it quite a good one. I used to use it to use up leftover chicken, and these days I find I'm cooking chickens so that I can make leftover chicken in leek pie. Okay, I'm going to get this into, I have a giant pot here, because I'm doing quite a large amount of this stuff. So I have this like 14-litre stock pot, and that's what I'm going to use to make this. Okay, the recipe looks for chopped up streaky bacon, but I didn't have any, and I usually have some lardons in the fridge, but I didn't have any of those either. So I got some Lidl's finest chorizo and diced that up. We're going to put some oil and butter into a heavy cast iron pan. Irish creamery butter, good stuff. And we're going to get the chorizo into the pan. Okay, so we're just going to fry these off, and then we're going to add those into the leeks and sweat that off. 1st of July today on the Sunday, and it's lashing with rain again. Typical Irish weather. So we're getting a good colour on the chorizo, and the oils are being released, flavouring the butter. So all of that is going to go into our nice big tub of leeks, courtesy of Conor Lannan up in the country store. Fair play, always fresh produce, local grown, good stuff. And then we're going to make sure all of the leek is well covered in the butter and oil mixture, and then we're going to cover it and sweat it down for about 30 minutes. Give it a stir every 10 minutes to make sure it doesn't catch. And after the 30 minutes we'll be adding the turkey. So while this is sweating down, I can be deboning the turkey and cutting it into pieces. It's already cooked, so it doesn't need much more than warm through. And then we'll thicken the moisture from washing the leeks. We need that to help sweating down, and the moisture that's contained in the leek. So once that's all sweated down, the turkey goes in, and then we're going to thicken it with just plain flour. thicken it up into a sauce, and I have some turkey gravy that I made and froze, so I'm going to add that in. What you can also use is just a chicken stock, but this stuff had stock, red wine, Worcester sauce, cranberry jelly, all sorts of good things. So I'm going to add that, and that's going to make a nice thick coating on all the turkey. Right, all my lovely flavoured oil is gone into the leeks, and they've been brought up to temperature, stirred around so everything's covered in oil and butter. And on the left hand side there you can see a bunch of rhubarb that my wife is going to make rhubarb tarts with. So while that's steaming away, I'm going to stir it every 10 minutes to make sure it doesn't catch. It's only on low heat, it's only on like 4 or 5 on the induction hob. So I'm going to take out all the bones out of my leftover turkey and chop it up into small pieces. I don't want anyone to be getting a big lump of grizzle or anything like that, so I'll take all the dirty bits out. So I'll just have a load of cooked turkey meat to pop back in there in about half an hour. Okay, so this is all just cooked, so just literally tear it off the bone. Get your thumbs in, work it off the bones, pull the bones out. And this is all good stuff. You can tear off the skin, any little loose bits of meat, and it doesn't really, it might look the best now, but it's all going to be going into a pie, and it's all going to be absorbing all the flavours from the leeks and the chorizo and the turkey and the gravy. So even the kind of unappetizing looking jelly bits are going to be fine once they're all cooked up. Okay, there we go. That's a half an hour now, and the leeks have cooked down. And you can see the amount of moisture that's been left in there. Whoop. So all this turkey meat now is going to go into that, and we're going to stir it, heat it through. Going to add some flour to thicken the sauce, stir that through, and then we're going to add the leftover turkey gravy and stuff and give that a stir. Okay, there we go, all the turkey going in. Back on the heat, stir that through, get it all mixed up together. Leave that warm up. Okay, Super Value plain flour. I'm going to put 2 big spoons of this in, maybe more because it is quite a lot more than the recipe actually looks for. So I may need more flour to thicken it up. I think I'll put in a 3rd one. Okay, and I'm putting this in before I add any extra liquid. So we want to cook the flour so it can thicken what juices have been given off of the leeks and residual water from washing them. And then we're going to add the gravy, and if necessary we'll add some stock. I just want a fairly thick sauce without it being too wet, because I don't want to soak the pastry, but I do, when you cut into it, I don't want this completely dry. I want it a nice juicy sauce to be inside the pastry crust. Everything's well coated. We'll give that a couple of minutes to cook, and then we'll add the gravy. I hate making gravy and then throwing it away just because the dinner's over, so leftover gravy, I like to store it. You can see that one really gelled, it's really solid gravy, where this one is more of a liquid gravy. So those are going in. If I need more liquid, I'll make up some chicken stock. And I'm not going to make chicken stock, I'm not going to boil down a chicken carcass. I'll get a cube and make some chicken stock. But this looks about right. If it's slightly too runny, I'll bring up the heat and I'll reduce it and thicken it. And the flour that we added is going to help thicken that up. So this is going to make a nice thick sauce for our pies. The pies are going into these. I'm going to make them 2. So I have one here. You see the just rolled pastry. I'm not going to break my heart cutting up butter and rolling out pastry. I'm just going to buy this stuff. A lot handier. So what I will need to do is spray these with a release spray. doesn't need to be anything expensive. If you have some olive oil on a tea towel even, or a piece of kitchen trowel, you can do that. Or there is a release spray that you can get very cheaply in Lidl, and that'll do the same thing. So you just give them a spray just to make sure that the pie will release when it's cooked. I have my oven now preheating at 180 degrees because it's a fan assisted oven. If you don't have fan assist, 190 degrees odd. You learn your own oven anyway from doing this. And the pies are going to bake for about 35 to 40 minutes, just so we get a nice golden crust on top. I like my crust to be underneath the pie, in the base, as well as on top. So that's why I'm using 2 packets of the pastry. If I was only going to do a cap and have the meat in the casserole, one of these would do, cut it in half and just make 2 lids. But I like plenty pastry on my pies. This is the Lidl sunflower cooking spray. We're just going to use that as a release. So it goes into these. Give a good old coating. We don't want the pastry to not come out of the tray. Right, I've divided these in 2 each. Bigger piece is going to be the base, smaller piece is going to be the lid. I'm going to roll these out now, and hopefully I have enough to cover the whole thing. Okay, with the base is pretty much done. I'm just going to poke a bunch of holes in them, because this is puff pastry. I don't really want the base to puff. So that'll leave some of the steam and air out, and that'll be grand. Right, I'm going to fill these, and then I'm going to roll out the tops and seal the top. And once I have the tops on, I'm going to egg wash them so that we get that nice shiny glossy finish on the pastry. Lovely. Okay, I've made up a little egg wash, just a beaten egg, and we're going to use that to glue the lid in place. So we'll paint it on the inside of this. It's like using wallpaper paste. You just want to make sure you coat all around the outside. And we're going to use the same egg wash on the lid. Okay. Pop the lid in. I like my lid to sit in like that. And then I'm going to fold over the excess. I could trim it off, but I like crust, so I'm going to save that. Okay. Now I'm going to paint the whole thing with egg wash over the top again, just to make sure it stays sealed and to give a nice golden glossy shine to the pastry when it comes out of the oven. Okay, and I'm going to poke a couple of holes through the lid just to leave steam out. Beauty. Okay, I'm going to do the same with the other one, and then it's oven ready. Right, that's 2 pies ready for the oven. They're going in at 180 degrees for 35 to 40 minutes. And we'll see that. It's a fantastic 1st of July day out there, and the pies are done. This one is going down to my outlet, and this one is going feeding my babies. And that's our super duper July weather, lashing with rain. Anyway, this is my first cooking video, done at the request of one of the lads at work, so I hope that's okay for him. And thanks for watching. Nom 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 nom. Happy bellies. Happy bellies.
Happy bellies, lovely.
Happy belly!
Beautiful.